2 full bags, and 1 mega sale on 4Ks at Best Buy. So let's dig into my haul and see what I picked up. First, I want to start off with Reservoir Dogs on 4K because this one is not part of their sale. It just came out, it's $22, and it is the exclusive Steelbook release that includes this great slip. Pull off the slip, then you've got Marvin Nash's ear that goes along with the slip, and you've got Bloody Reservoir Dogs title behind that, so that is great. And I've also heard that the 4K restoration is gorgeous and makes it look like a movie that was shot today, so couldn't resist picking this one up. Next, Jackass Forever on Blu-ray. Really enjoyed this one. I wouldn't say it's the best of the series. That still probably goes to either number 2 or number 3 for me, but I was surprised how much I enjoyed this, considering who was not involved, but we won't go into that. So Blu-ray, $8.99. Then we've got X on Blu-ray. Haven't seen Pearl yet, but I did really end up enjoying this one, so I'm going to check that out soon. This one was only $7.99. Recommend it. I wouldn't say it's great, but I think it's really good. Next up, Sonic 2 on 4K, $10. Actually, these are all going to be $10 unless I otherwise say so. I think the rest of the ones in here are $10. But anyways, Sonic 2 on 4K. I don't think I enjoyed this one quite as much as the original Sonic, because I wasn't expecting much out of that, and then ended up really, really liking it. And then I think my expectations were set a little high for this one, but I love Jim Carrey going full Dr. Robotnik mode. I love the introduction of Knuckles and Tails, so this was still a really, really fun movie, and can't wait for part 3 to come out. Next up, we have got Dirty Dancing, and I don't think Patrick Swayze ever really got enough credit as an actor. He was in a lot of great movies. Dirty Dancing, Roadhouse, Ghost, The Outsiders. You know, he really made a mark in the 80s and 90s, and it seems like he was always just kind of a name you knew, but never a movie star. But anyways, you know, this is the new 4K restoration for the 25th anniversary. Also includes a slipcover, which is has a matte background with a gloss finish. Looks really nice. And I enjoyed this movie, so I was definitely going to pick this one up. And there we go, Shawshank Redemption. You know, everyone considers it one of the best movies of all time. I don't know if I really consider it one of the absolute greatest, but it's definitely a great, great, great movie. And for $10, how can you not pick up Shawshank? And just behind that, Frank Darabont once again, The Green Mile, another great Stephen King adaptation, another really great, great, great movie. 4K, $10. How do you not do it? Ah, there we go, Lost Boys. This one just came out a couple months ago, so it's pretty new, still got the slipcover, already marked down to $10, so I couldn't believe that. Really great 80s vampire movie, highly recommend. Next up, Jurassic Park. Surprisingly, still includes the slipcover. This was the only one that had it. And I'm not one to really hunt after slipcovers. I only went to 2 Best Buy stores to pick up what I wanted and found everything I wanted here. And if something didn't have a slipcover, yeah, that's fine. But if something did, I was definitely gonna pick that up. It just makes things feel more complete. But anyways, Spielberg, Creature Feature, Jaws, and Jurassic Park always make a great companion piece. In fact, I saw them on a double bill at the drive-in, I think 2 years ago. Yes, how do you not pick up Jurassic Park? Sequels, first one, love it. And next up, we have got Interstellar 4K. Not one of the $10 4Ks. It was $7.99, so this falls into the $8 category. And, you know, Christopher Nolan, great performance from Matthew McConaughey. Easy choice, $8. And Poltergeist. This is another one that just came out a month or 2 ago. I think it came out around the same time as Lost Boys did, so it still has the slipcover. I've heard this is a very, very good restoration. And in very easy buy. Tobe Hooper, Steven Spielberg, Ghosts. Hey, gotta buy it. And Scream 5. I honestly really enjoyed this movie. I know it's kind of split. Some people just call it, you know, a very, very studio movie. Some people actually really enjoyed it. I put it middle ground for the series. Obviously, Scream is the great one. Scream 2 comes up just behind it. I did have Scream 4 in 3rd place, but then this took over 3rd place. So we have Scream 5 in 3rd place, and then 4, and then 3. But I really like this movie, and I can't wait for part 6 to come out. And Matrix Resurrections. Honestly, my least favorite of the quartet of Matrix movies now, but I did still enjoy the movie. I enjoyed more pieces of it than I did as a complete whole, just because it felt so different. But we're almost, we are almost 20 years removed from the original Matrix trilogy being completed, because I think that finished in 2003. So having something come back after 20 years, this was like a nice little bit of comfort food, even if it wasn't the greatest. Still worth picking up for $10. And next up, we have got Heavy Metal. This is one that came out earlier this year. I don't think I've seen this before. I'm pretty confident that I haven't. I think I might have seen clips from it, but I've definitely never seen the whole movie. I was going to pick up the steelbook that came out that was like $20, $22, something like that. Ended up not doing it, and glad I didn't. I'd rather buy the standard 4K for only 10 bucks. So there we go. It's in my collection now. And next up, we have got The Batman. Surprisingly, I have not seen this one yet, but it's a pretty stacked 4K release, and there was no chance I was not going to be buying this one, especially considering that the Riddler was based off the Zodiac Killer in this one, from what I've heard. And Zodiac is one of my favorite movies, including my absolute favorite David Fincher movie. So really looking forward to checking this one out finally. Back to the right bag, we have got Top Gun. I only saw this for the first time 2 years ago, believe it or not. I was just kind of skimmed over it, figured, just a Tom Cruise action 80s movie, didn't really care. Watched it one day when we were in lockdown. I'm like, hey, this is actually a really, really good movie. Looking forward to seeing Maverick at some point. Haven't seen that one yet, but it is on my list. So in the meanwhile, I picked this one up. And next up, It's a Wonderful Life. How can you not buy a classic like this when it is on sale? This is definitely part of my 25 days of Christmas viewing every single year. And in fact, the last couple years, this has taken over A Christmas Story for the movie that I will watch on Christmas. Christmas Story is shifted over to Christmas Eve. This is what I love to watch on Christmas night. It's such a good movie and an absolute, absolute classic. Had to pick this one up. And next up, Dune. This is one that I knew nothing about going into it. I have not seen David Lynch's version of Dune. I have not read any of the books. So I went at this completely blind, not really knowing what it was going to be about. In fact, I didn't even know this was just part one of a two-parter. So it was kind of a surprise seeing that in the opening credits, Dune Part 1. But this is, I thought it was borderline masterpiece. This is possibly one of the best recent sci-fi movies I have seen in a long time, at least years. So I was happy I saw this, and I was more than happy to pick it up, knowing it was going to be on sale for Black Friday. Next up, we have got Full Metal Jacket. This was one of my favorite Kubrick movies when I was a teen. It was Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, and The Shining. Obviously, those have changed over time. Now, I think my favorites of his are Barry Lyndon and Eyes Wide Shut, which we still really need on a 4K. That's possibly my favorite Kubrick movie at this point, now that I'm in my 30s. But still, Full Metal Jacket is an amazing war movie. It's a very bleak war movie, and had to pick it up. 4K restorations of Kubrick movies will always be welcome on my shelf. And down in this bag over here, getting towards the bottom, we've got Bram Stoker's Dracula, a very lovely, stylish, almost stage play-esque adaptation of the Dracula story with a love story thrown in there. I love the practical effects, both monster effects and visual effects, and I love a lot about this movie, even though it does have its faults. But hey, 4K release of this movie, this is gonna look gorgeous. All right, getting down to the end of this bag. So, last one in the left bag, we have got Last Night in Soho. And Edgar Wright has had a great track record with me with Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. And, even his trailer, Don't, for Grindhouse. I've really enjoyed it all. Even Baby Driver, I thought that was a great, fun action movie. So, even though I haven't seen this, easy pickup. Hopefully I enjoy it. It seems like a movie I will enjoy, and I'm going to be checking this out very soon. In this one, we got two left in here. So we have got The Dark Crystal. Hey, Jim Henson, Frank Oz, how am I not going to pick that up? I think I own this on DVD. Yeah, I do still own this on DVD. So upgrading to 4K, easy decision. As soon as I saw it was on sale, even though it doesn't have a slipcase, I would have really liked to find a slipcase for this one with the original artwork, but hey, had to pick it up. And now the final one for my Best Buy Black Friday 4K haul is Labyrinth. More Jim Henson, and this time with David Bowie. I mean, how could I not pick this one up? I know I said that a lot, and I was after a lot of specific releases, and I found all but one of them during my 2 trips. The only one I missed out on was Addams Family on 4K, the More Mamushka edition, because I've heard it's basically a reference disc in terms of how good 4K can look, but I was able to find that on Amazon for the $7.99 price tag, so that is being shipped to me currently, and I will have it soon. So I didn't have it for Black Friday, but I've got all these releases, and the 30th anniversary edition of Labyrinth is the final one that I picked up. Now let's quickly wrap up this haul video. Go to your local Best Buys, see what they've got. As you can see, they're still loaded with slipcovers if that is your thing. Do a little bit of hunting. Maybe you'll find some things that you've been looking for a while. Maybe you didn't buy anything when they first came out, even only a few months ago, and now they are marked down between 50 to 70%. So it is a great sale going on right now, and even Amazon is not price matching these. I looked through Amazon to see if they had the same prices, and probably more than half of these movies that I picked up were not available. It didn't even give a price. It was you just couldn't buy it. So it seems like Amazon doesn't even want to price match Best Buy's prices right now. So go to your local stores, check out Best Buy online, and see what they have got, because they are still very stocked. Black Friday has just begun, and I hope you find what you're looking for. So, as always, I will wish you pleasant days and spooky nights. Until next time.